So this show took a lot of setting up to do. This is the first time we've ever had an 8-foot platform on the Civic stage. It's massive. So our lighting hangs at 14 feet. That's where the bar is. Then you have the light hanging down, which adds about another 18 inches. So when you have an actor that's 6'4" on that platform, their heads are actually hitting the lighting. And you can't light them because the light's literally right on their face. You have no room for anything to flow. So I actually ended up having to remove a majority of the lights and raise them, move them to another bar to raise them up in the air about another 3.5 feet. These side lights were also a very big challenge. My original intention was to have them running along the back wall, but with a light blue back wall with black cord, it looked very Dr. Seuss to me. So with these lights, they're all set to 6 different sources of power, so I could do multiple different things with them. They could chase, they could just one can be on, they could flash, things on those lines. But actually getting them up took 4 days to do, to finally find a proper place for them on the stage and to make them functional. Next to normal, this show actually required a lot of research. I started working on this show back in April. This scene right here is the lighting for Superboy and the Invisible Girl. This scene is right after Diana has a huge breakdown, finally realizes that her son is not there in person, but only in her mind. And Natalie takes the biggest toll in my eyes. What I did in starting to the design is this is where I really started bringing up these side lights. There's not a lot on right now because it builds. And what I kind of went into this show is those lights are a representation of Gabe. That's his life, his power. Not a lot of people notice that, but it's something that I really enjoyed doing the research on. It's very subtle. You have 2 different colors. You have that purple and that blue. That blue is sort of a little bit of Gabriel, and then Gabriel on the sidewalls as Natalie, Diana, and Gabe sing.
Superboy, the invisible girl, he's the one you wish would appear.
This scene is mainly all about Gabe. His mother is sitting on the first level while he's standing on the platform. This scene is where he comes out and kind of really starts to haunt her. The song is called I'm Alive. It's a very rocky, upbeat number.
I'm alive, I'm so alive. And I feed on the fear that's behind your eyes. And I need you to need me, it's no surprise. I'm alive, I'm so alive.
This is right towards the end of it. All of those side lights are being shown. That is his soul starting to shine and try and stick with the character Diana. This is what I designed really my whole show around. So this is where those side lights come into play. As you can see, we have them wrapped around the proscenium, along the platform, along the sides of the wall. It's happy, but at the same time it's still very cool, and that plays with that darker blue on the back wall. In this show, what I have is we have our Sykes. They are on the very top of the stage, shining down, and then I have 3 LED strips on the bottom. With those, I can do a majority of your basic colors, your purples, blues, greens, reds, oranges, and they all are used in different scenes throughout the show. So when Gabe is on the stage, I try to always have some shade of blue going throughout. As in the previous scene, you had the blue on the bottom with the purple on top. That purple really represents Natalie. This show is really more of a rock type of show, more like of a Rent and things on those lines. The effects that you can do to portray that is really cool. One of my favorite that I designed was Wish I Were Here. So this is the opening to Act 2. You left Act 1 with Diana agreeing to have ETC, electroconvulsive therapy. That first big number is her going through her therapy. So you have flashiness, the lights go absolutely crazy, chase and run and flash at you. You're portraying what she's going through to the audience using lighting while she's trying to perform it as well.
I feel the burn, but I don't feel the pain. Is my brain reborn or
This scene really brings the entire show together at the end. What the entire show's story is about how her son actually passed away and is not there. She realizes that and finally starts to let everything go. Starts trying to amend with Natalie, more of your purples and blues. Brings the story together. It's completely different compared to the previous, where we had bright, flashy style of lighting. This one's supposed to be more emotional, where your heart's wrapped into the story by now, and you're feeling what they're portraying as well. Diana and Natalie are actually, you see them through spotlighting. There's no big light on this stage at all. It's just them.
Let go of what's past, and maybe I'll see you at last.
Shows where you want that color to really bring out the moment. The second you put stage lights on, you start to lose that effect because they start to wash and blend together. So spotlights, we have 3 of them at the Civic. You could really focus on just the actor or actress. You leave the theater emotional, no matter who you are. I just hope that the audience really gets embraced through everything. What the actors are doing, with how the mood is set in the theater, things on those lines. You could really play with emotion through light, and I hope people take a little bit of that emotion from what I created.